Can Warner Brothers successfully modernize an American icon for a new generation and global market? You're watching Beyond the Trailers review of Man of Steel.
My name is General Zod. I have journeyed across an ocean of stars to reach you. Your world has sheltered one of my citizens. He will look like you, but he is not one of you. To Kal-El, I say this. Surrender within 24 hours, or watch this world suffer the consequences.
While Zack Snyder has confirmed there is no kryptonite in Man of Steel, it would seem that in real life, kryptonite does exist for Warner Brothers, and that's DC Movies. Yes, while the famous movie studio has reigned over perhaps the most successful franchise of all time, Harry Potter, so far they have been unable to construct a DC cinematic universe to match their rivals, Disney and Marvel. Now, to be fair, Warner Brothers did oversee Christopher Nolan's legendary Dark Knight trilogy, but in the end might have missed the forest for the trees. Indeed, Warner Brothers has a history of being led around by their talent. Who can forget how they gave free rein to the Wachowskis at the ultimate expense of their Matrix franchise? See, for some inexplicable reason, Warner Brothers has become convinced that instead of building on Nolan's trilogy, where 2 of the 3 picks earned over $1 billion at the box office, they need to start their cinematic universe from scratch. And fanboys will tell you that is because Nolan wants to step back, or because the Dark Knight's realistic approach simply wouldn't work with DC's other superheroes. But I say the mainstream audience has spoken, and at the end of the day, Warner Brothers owns both the characters and the rights to Nolan's work. They can do whatever they want, and taking a darker, more realistic approach to the DC universe would contrast nicely to what Marvel is doing. Wait a minute though, isn't one of the top selling points of Man of Steel that it's a darker or at least more serious and realistic take on Superman? And isn't Nolan producing? In fact, Christian Bale has even said that if Nolan asked him to come back for a Justice League movie, he would do it. So is Warner Brothers starting over from scratch? Is Nolan truly stepping back? Perhaps what Warner Brothers truly suffers from is indecision. While Kevin Feige over at Marvel Studios makes decisive moves, it's almost as if the suits at Warner Brothers don't trust themselves to weigh in. Is Nolan their savior or scapegoat? Either way, Warner Brothers has promised they'll start making some decisions on what steps to take next after they see how Man of Steel performs at the box office. A film that might stand on its own or might build off of the Dark Knight trilogy. But while we can't get any concrete answers from Warner Brothers and company, we can always trust audiences to speak their mind. Did this movie meet your expectations?
More.
Oh, good.
More than.
Yes, I think it surpassed them.
I was kind of disappointed in a little way. It was good. It was a good film. It was a good action movie and everything, but I was kind of disappointed because they changed the story up a lot.
I had very, very high expectations. So if I can be completely honest, I say it wouldn't. But it did do justice to Superman name, I think.
Honestly, I didn't really have any expectations going in. I'm not too fond with the Superman universe from the comic books or anything, so I mean, I was pleasantly surprised.
For the most part, yeah.
Oh, good.
For the most part. Mm-hmm.
What did you like about the movie?
Henry Cavill as Superman, he was great. I thought he was really good. The acting is good. Story, yeah, it's pretty good.
A lot of it seemed like that it was real, that it's something that could happen in the future.
It had that realistic feel that the Dark Knight trilogy had. That's what I liked about it.
Well, the visuals, first of all, were amazing. The score by Hans Zimmer was also fantastic.
Oh, good.
The story was very well written, in my opinion.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Is there anything you didn't like?
Not really.
Honestly, I didn't see nothing wrong with the movie. I mean, I'm an action junkie.
Some of the visual effects were a little over the top at times. That was the only thing. Everything was too fast. They didn't take the time to tell a story. They just wanted to get, hey, I'm Superman, I'm Clark Kent.
Some parts felt a little bit rushed. There was one thing that was mentioned that in one review I heard that there was a lot of collateral damage.
Yes.
And I didn't think that would be a problem. Then you see the movie and there's a lot of collateral damage. I'm like, how many people died?
I thought it was too much destruction for a first film. Obviously going to make sequels to this one, and they have General Zod as the first villain, first movie. And I kind of feel like it's going to be hard to top off in the following.
It didn't have that Superman magic that Christopher Reeve had, but it was still very good, very good.
A lot of people are wondering, is this going to be the start finally of the DC cinematic universe? Do you want to see them build on this? Are you ready to go?
I think they should build on it.
They have a lot catching up to do, especially with Marvel, but I just hope they don't really try and force it because they ended the Batman trilogy on a very good note. And I don't know how they're gonna handle that.
They should build on Batman. I'm a die-hard Superman fan, but I believe they should, because with Batman they did take the time, and with Batman it was slower. It was like, okay, here we go.
I just really hope Christopher Nolan has more creative input, because this is more of a Snyder film and not a Nolan film.
It's a Zack Snyder movie, in my
Yeah,
opinion,
yeah.
because you can see the Nolan part is there, but it's not across the whole movie.
He's hit or miss with Snyder.
Is this a hit or a miss?
I think it was on the positive side of a hit.
Oh, good. All right, excellent, excellent. All right, so maybe not a bullseye,
No.
but in that area.
Yeah.
A combination of both, I think, because the Zack Snyder films that I've seen have been more flash and not too much character depth, and this had a lot of depth to it.
What do you say to that person out there who's maybe seeing some of the mixed buzz and is maybe being a little apprehensive, and they're like, maybe I shouldn't go, or maybe I should wait? What do you think? What do you say?
It's really good. I mean, it's really enjoyable. I had a great time watching it.
It may not be, Dark Knight, but it is an amazing film.
Maybe it doesn't live up to everyone's hype, but it is an extremely good movie, and I think it's worth it, especially for the visuals and the spectacle and the feeling of seeing Superman on the big screen again, to just go and see it in the movie theaters.
Don't take my word for it. Don't take anybody's word for it. You got to do it yourself. You got to come see the movie, see what it's all about.
What do you give the film on a 1 to 10?
Give it a 10.
I'd give it a 10.
I'd give it a 9.
7.
A 7?
Okay.
6?
A light 7, maybe 6.5.
I'd give it an 8.
Give it an 8.5.
8.5.
I gotta give this film a 10.
So overall, it looks like audiences are willing to roll with this version of Superman, giving Man of Steel an 8.5. I'm Grace Randolph reporting from AMC Empire 25, and I hope we'll go beyond the trailer for these other top movies.